Now let's bring you the latest on Bountygate here, and trust me, this is all about an audio tape you're about to hear. For those who haven't been following the story for weeks, we've known that Saints defensive coordinator Gregg Williams offered cash rewards to players for injuring their opponents, and Williams suspended indefinitely. Head coach of the team, he also suspended for a whole year, and there's going to be probably even more fallout for the team. But there is a difference between reading about what Williams did and actually hearing it for yourself. In fact, I've heard a lot of people debating, hey, you know, it's football. What he was doing wasn't that weird. Well, for those people, I want you to take a listen now. A filmmaker, Sean Pamphilon, was actually in the Saints locker room for a completely unrelated project here as the team prepared for a game, a phenomenal playoff game, if you remember, last year between the 49ers and the Saints. And he recorded Williams talking to his players. Now this, the night before the game, and I warn you here, the tape, very graphic. We've edited out the worst of it, but there was about 30 F-bombs here, so you're going to get the drift, all right? But that's not why this thing was egregious. Take a listen now to Saints Gregg Williams encouraging his players to specifically injure their opponents.
We've got a lot of guys up at the top. Kill the head, the body will die. Kill the head, the body will die. We've got everything in the world to make sure we kill Frank Gore's head. We want him running sideways. We want his head sideways. We hit Smith right there. Remember me. I got the first one. So lay that motherfucker out. Every single one of you, before you get off the pile, affect the head. Early, affect the head. Continue, touch and hit the head. They're going to come in. They're going to be shocked with our contact. Respect comes from fear. This is how you get respect in this league. We need to find out in the first two series of the game, the little wide receiver, number 10, about his concussion. We need to put a lick on him right now. We need to decide whether Crabtree wants to be a fake prima donna or he wants to be a tough guy. We need to find that out. He becomes human. Take out that outside ACL. We need to decide on how many times we can beat Frank Gore's head.
Okay. Now, by the way, for those of you who don't know, ACL, that's part of your knee. So that's what he was targeting here, a previously injured part. All right, listen, guys, we're all football fans here. We know that it's not for the faint of heart. We love the big hits here. But when you hear this is the same time, by the way, that the league was having a lawsuit filed by former players for concussions here and the lack of treatment or planning and medical treatment, whatever. What was your reaction?
I was speechless when I heard it because, like you, we had read so much about it. But I found it ironic that the audio came out on the day that Sean Payton was having his hearing before the commissioner.
Yeah, the head coach of the Saints here trying to explain why he shouldn't be suspended for a whole year.
Right.
I don't think the tape helped.
And the point that I thought that struck everybody today is that so much of what he said about, make him respect us, hit him hard, go get him, etc. But when you're talking about concussions and people's ACLs, etc., I don't care who you are. We've all had kids play high school football, etc. There still are kids when they're playing in the pros to think that you're going to use their head as a table, keep pounding his head, pound his head. He had a concussion. Let's see how tough he is.
Tom?
It's over the edge.
See, I got to tell you, for me, I always think people overreact. I'll never let my kid play football. I bet you a lot of people today are going to say at the dinner table, no freaking way. Right. Pick another sport. You're not playing football.
But you see, I'm in the minority tonight, all the way around the board. All the way around the board. I don't have a problem with what he said because he's being scapegoated. Every football coach in America says almost identical.
Dominic,
no way,
He says target the head.
Wait, you played football.
I did, but
I
nobody.
played football.
I never heard a coach say, hit him in the head. He's got a concussion. Hit him in the head again and again. Never heard it.
You were an athlete. Did you play football?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you as a football player, even at the high school level, you knew the injuries of the other player. And it was your job to seek and destroy.
And did somebody pay you to go knock him out and give him a concussion? Did somebody pay you
this is the
to
NFL.
go rip the guy's ACL?
But Tom, and I asked you, Andrew, and Richard, Why are people in the stands at NFL games?
Because of hard hits, etc. But you know, but as a fan,
because
though,
of the hard
but you know what?
hits.
But you know what? As a fan of the game, and I love football just as much as Richard or anybody else at this table, is that you know what? We always say the fans around when we're playing the Cowboys. You know what? I want Romo knocked out of the game. Okay, I want him to tweak his ankle. I don't want his ankle ripped up. I don't want him out for the season.
We agree.
I don't want a
We
guy
agree.
permanently hurt.
We agree on
That's
that.
what they
We
were
agree
doing
on
here.
that.
They were trying to permanently
Right, to that-
hurt
to
people.
that extent,
That's
I
a
agree.
different
To that
extent.
extent, I agree.
Fans don't want that.
But
They
this
want the guy
guy's being
knocked out, but not
scapegoated.
hurt.
He's being scapegoated.
But you
10
know what?
seconds, Andrew.
First of all, it's remarkable how close together the stuff that's inbounds and the stuff that's out of bounds in
Yeah.
that speech is, both in terms of where.
Right.
But come on, there's a difference. There's a difference. Like when Don Corleone says "take care of business" as opposed to "kill somebody," he's saying the same thing. He's just saying it in different ways.
I don't know. For me, I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Do you think you'll ever see Gregg Williams back in the NFL?
No.
No
Only
way,
if he's
right?
serving hot dogs.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.